that little crack in the quiet, like the house is trying not to scream. Step closer. The dark has something in its teeth tonight, all slick and smiling, waiting for a name to chew on. You thought you came here to watch, how adorable. The lights go out and suddenly you're the only bright thing left in the room. Go on. Pretend these are just words. A little story. A little game. The night pretends with you. Until the moment the sound cuts the air, freezes, and whatever's standing right behind you finally decides to say your name.
Blue screen glow on my face, scrolling through your little games. Every smile a sugar coat, every word a hidden dose. Thought you were a harmless thrill, pretty lies in every reel. Hit my heart like clickbait scars, now your poison's in my heart. Viral venom in my veins, spread so fast, can't look away. You infect my fragile brain. I like the burn, I hate the pain. Viral venom, say my name. Sweet and toxic, all the same. You're the curse I wanna chase. Viral venom in my veins. We're gritted in the stroke, yeah, dying on the dance floor. Body to the beat like we don't live here anymore. Screaming with the dead, with the living, with the dead. If we gotta go, then we go where we stand.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
How are you this week?
Good. This week's flying by.
Did you guys have a new episode for Crooked Path?
We did. We filmed it Monday and posted it today.
Nice.
Really fascinating episode.
What can you give us any spoilers?
It was with the founder of Creepy Crates. That's where my Ouija board comes from.
Right.
He's opening a new store in the Fairfield County Infirmary, and he's got just 20 plus years of background in the paranormal. He's been hundreds and hundreds of different locations. Fascinating guy. He gets into the aliens and all the different sides of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we have a very special guest today, very different sort of guest. We'll get to him in a minute, but before we bring him out, let's go over sponsors quick. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Stag Mountain Films, our favorite production company. These are the guys that are helping us out behind the Flower City Butcher. Thank you so much to Jeremy Hirsch, our good friend, in Stag Mountain Films, for being one of tonight's sponsors. We appreciate the support very much. These cool people over at Crooked Path Paranormal, who have the best paranormal investigative team of all time. Check them out on YouTube. Subscribe to their channel. Of course, it's featuring Christopher Lee Jansen and Noah Flynn, who also appear on the Paranormal Playbook with us. And then, last but certainly not least, Phantom Flame Candles, candles for the undead. Thank you so much to Kim and Phantom Flame Candles for sponsoring tonight's episode. These guys make the best candles of all time. Bath and Body Works ain't got nothing on this. Check them out today on Facebook. Get your candles ordered. Let's see. We have somebody in the comments. It is Too Little Too Big who says, yes, best day of the week. Hi, Anthony. Hi, bestie.
What's up?
Hello, Too Little Too Big. She says, your girl is here. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's see. We got a couple others here. Kurt Douglas is here. He says, hi, guys.
What's up?
Hello, Kurt Douglas. Kurt Douglas is a family member that pops in. Till it's big. Woo! I love Phantom Flame candles. Yeah, they're the best. All right, so before we bring our guest out, we got another friend who frequently appears on the show with us, or has been for a little bit now. It's, of course, none other than the greatest luchador of all time, John Wallace. Oh, my God.
Happy Wednesday.
It's hard to see what's on, what the emblem is on the top there.
So this mask is Rey Bucanero, which is Spanish for King of the Pirates. That's why it's got the exposed ear and the earring to kind of accent the whole pirate theme.
That's pretty cool. What is that? What is the logo up top? Oh, no, now we know who it is.
Yeah, the big reveal. So this one's black on black. It's some Japanese kanji.
Okay.
That I believe is the Japanese word for pirate.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't actually know that guy, so that's pretty cool. Something different. I like the concept of the pirate thing.
Yeah,
is he a newer guy or
actually he's an older guy, and his daughter actually wrestles as Hija del Bucanero, which is daughter of the pirate, which is kind of cool. You know, continuing that legacy. Yeah.
John has a different mask every week. I like it. He's keeping up with it. He's making it work. So when we went to film, he was a luchador in the movie, and he had this mask. And I was like, John, is it, spoiler alert? I was like, John, is it okay if we cover it in blood? He's like, but he's like, all right.
I sacrifice a lot for the arts. That's all I can say. I sacrifice a lot for the arts.
Michelle Wallace is here. She says, "R."
That's my biggest fan right there.
Tilt's big saying hi to John.
Hey.
All right. Did Anthony get a haircut? I don't think since last week. I think it was the same last week. I mean, I got it right before we.
I'm overdue.
Filmed. How many episodes have we done since we filmed? This is the second one.
I think so.
So it's been the same for at least 2 or 3 weeks now. But, the camera is different though, so that might be what you're seeing. That might be it. All right. So without further ado, we have this very special guest. As I look backstage, he seems to have disappeared, but he'll be back. He is. Oh no, he's there. He's there. I see a hand. All right, so we did this show on Friday called Audition for the Apocalypse, where we had a variety of different personalities on the show. I know a lot of the people that are watching this didn't get to see it because it didn't stream on Facebook. So we'll call it a YouTube exclusive, and we'll pretend like it was intentional. But it is available on YouTube, and I highly recommend, if you have a sense of humor, you go check it out. It's about 2.5 hours long, and it's probably the funniest I think it's the funniest episode we've done in a while. But anyway, Thomas was one of the guests on the show, and he's going to be hosting a new show of sorts. I don't even know. It's going to be on Thursday nights though, alongside Reese Bloy. Reese is another interesting character that will probably pop up here at some point. But let's bring out Thomas. Thomas is the greatest Grim Reaper I've ever known. I'm not sure. You guys will see. Here he is. Without any further ado, it's Thomas Stewart. Thomas, we not so recently announced that Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream has joined the cast of our upcoming feature film, Killer Pizza. And now, ever since then, whenever we have a new guest on the show, Christopher has to ask a very important question.
I'm really excited for this answer tonight. What's your favorite scary movie?
The Exorcist.
It is a good one. It is one of the
What
better
an
scary
excellent
movies.
day for an exorcism.
So he did this for like 2 hours on Friday, and the other guy is like a Scottish mobster kind of guy, and so it's Thomas and it's the Scottish mobster, and they're I don't know. Mandy said we should put them together on Thursday nights and see what happens. So
He breaks the body, I break the mind.
that's what he says. That's what he tells people. So like, Reese will, say, "Oh, I've got a hatchet. I'm gonna use it." And so he's always threatening to, take care of people. And so Thomas says like he breaks the body, and Thomas invade their dreams.
You would know, wouldn't you, Anthony?
so we did this on Friday, and so we had a variety of different different characters on that night, and it was something for sure. We have another one coming on next week that you guys are gonna like too, but I thought it would be fun to have Thomas on and let people get to meet him and hang out and see what his favorite movies are, and then go from there and see how it goes. All right, let's jump right in. All right, so tonight we're going to be ranking slasher films, which should be right up Thomas's alley. It's something that we've done, several times before, but it's always fun. So here we go. I think I have like 42 movies in this one. Too Old Speak says, "Wild that Thomas and I are sporting the same makeup techniques. I'm here for it."
Another corpse child dweller. Interesting.
Pixar didn't happen.
Oh, yes.
All right, so
There is only one of me, child. There is only one of me.
So, Thomas, your voice sounds different tonight.
Does it? How is that?
Normally, it's like, "Arr."
It's a new microphone.
Like this.
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you had to clear your throat or something.
I can project however I wish.
All right,
It's
so
the
we're gonna go
voice
ahead.
you'll hear in your dreams, Anthony.
So on Friday night there were like 10 people on the screen, all threatening to kill me at the same time, and I popped in. I was like, wow, this is the least amount of people I've seen on screen threatening to kill me all at the same time all week. Usually there's way more people on screen threatening to kill me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then we're going to rank movies together. You okay?
Yes. About a black plague. It always takes me back.
All right. So the audience knows how this works, and I'm sure the rest of you probably do as well. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay. So I cannot see you guys anymore, which is sort of a problem. Okay, there we go. This is weird. All right. Let me see what I can do about this. All right. Well, I don't know. As long as you guys are happy, I guess. So here are all the movies. Let me know if you guys cannot see something. Here's the ranking list. You can see it's just like in school, A, B, C, D. And then the very bottom is Dead on Arrival. And at the very top, they have one that's absolutely killer. So absolutely
I belong
killer.
on the bottom.
B, C, D, Dead on Arrival.
Wait,
We're
that
gonna
didn't
kick it
come
off
out
with-
right.
We're going to kick it off with Christopher Lee Jansen. You have Halloween 3.
I would take that all the way to the top just because of how unique it is. It's a very different concept, and I don't think any other movie pulls it off quite that way. Very unique and standalone.
I feel like out of the Halloween movies, this is the one that's the most about Halloween.
It is, but I would not consider it a slasher film at all.
I didn't make the list.
Okay.
Don't kill the rancor.
But it's so much fun.
All right.
No.
All right.
But I can get where Christopher's coming from on that. I personally would have put it as a B tier. Just because I'm, of course, a much bigger fan of Michael Myers. But I do understand the concept.
As a slasher, if we're just ranking it as a slasher film, then maybe it should have been lower. But it's probably one of my favorite movies on the list, I'm guessing.
Well, it was when they were trying to get away from the slasher aspect of the Halloween movies and make it more of like an ensemble type movie where every movie was going to be its own little universe, its own self-contained movie. And it didn't do very well at the box office. It kind of failed. And that's when they went back to the concept of let's bring back Michael Myers. Let's keep doing the slasher type concept.
And fun fact about that, Halloween 4 didn't actually rake in any bigger a profit than Halloween 3.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about this last week and I forgot, and it's not really super relevant, but I just wanted to say it. I just recently saw Westworld for the first time.
The original with Yul Brynner?
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that?
A long time ago.
Long time ago.
So the vibe I got from it was like Halloween 3 meets the Terminator. Like if you just smash those two together, that's kind of what I got from Westworld. But all right.
I'll have to see
John
it again.
Wallace, you've got Jason Goes to Hell.
So this was the one that was advertised as like I think the Final Nightmare or the Final Friday. I'm getting my franchises. I'm crossing the streams.
Well, not entirely, because at the time this was also the same time Jason was bought out by New Line.
Okay, so he crossed over to be part of like the same company that owned Freddy and the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Okay,
exactly. Well,
because I think the one after this is the one where he fights Freddy, isn't it?
No, Jason X came after.
Okay, that's the one in space.
Yes. But
I was hoping Captain Kirk was going to come in and phaser his ass, but that never happened.
Something else about that, though, it wasn't just the same company that owned Freddy, but also Evil Dead, which also explained the appearance of the Necronomicon and the whole pseudo-Deadite bullshit they tried to pull with Jason. For me, For me, this is dead on arrival.
Yeah, I was going to put this like at the C category. It's got some entertaining moments. It's got some good effects, but it's not the strongest or one of the stronger films in the Friday the 13th franchise. And there's a lot to pick from. So I'd put it probably in the C category.
Yeah, and this one they tried to do something different. They had Jason's sort of soul jumping from body to body. And like each person that became possessed sort of took on the Jason demon or whatever it is, and started killing people. It sounds like a fun idea. I didn't like the big stupid slug thing, and I don't know. I'd probably rather just see Jason running around killing people.
So I'm gonna go back. Y'all were talking about Halloween 3 and how it dared to do something different. And this is a classic case where doing something different actually fucks you over. Because more or less, it does actually kind of bastardize what Jason really is. Jason's not a supernatural killer. Not zombie Jason notwithstanding. but honestly, I still have a theory that Jason never actually died until part 4. The entire time he was still alive. But that can be a discussion for later.
Yeah, for sure. Thomas has Halloween 4.
Halloween 4. That one I will put in a C category.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. Like I
Would you-
know that one
Yeah.
gets a lot of shit. And I can see why, because more or less that one is just a carbon copy of the first Halloween. And it was very clear this is just okay, we pissed off the fans with Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Let's just give them Halloween 1 again to get them off our backs, okay?
Yeah.
And I mean, for what they were going for, I mean, it's serviceable. But honestly, I will say I liked Halloween 5 a lot better.
Because we need Thomas to record kids' bedtime stories, future criminals would cease to exist.
Only if you beg me enough. I love it when they beg.
I like
Especially for
Halloween
mercy.
4. I watched it a lot when I was younger. It used to come on like AMC all the time, like 4 and 5 back to back. They'd play it over and over. Would you put it before or after Jason Goes to Hell?
I still think Jason Goes to Hell needs to be ranked lower.
All right, so we'll put it before in C there.
I could stand to watch Halloween 4 again. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right, what am I on? I got Texas Chainsaw 3D. So this is where like the intro, they add a bunch of family members. So it's supposed to start off where the original movie ended. And the problem is that they have a bunch of extra family members that were not in the original movie. So it sort of doesn't make sense. Then it time hops, which also sort of doesn't make sense. But I still like the movie. Dan Yeager was Leatherface in it. He did a good job, I thought. The whole time thing, everybody knows is a complete mess. It's supposed to be like in the 90s or something, but it's like, clearly not. Yeah, there are things about it that are not great. The 3D stuff I don't care for. There's some cringy dialogue, especially towards the end. They sort of turn Leatherface into an anti-hero. So it's definitely not like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I do still enjoy it. And I'd probably put it in like B, maybe a lower B, maybe high C. I feel peer pressure to put it lower. What do you guys think?
I'd put it in a C tier after Halloween 4, but before Jason Goes to Hell.
Okay. All right, let's put it there. I think it's fair enough. All right. So, Christopher, you have Friday the 13th, part 6.
This one's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. I feel like it's got some real highs and some real lows. I'm going to say B just for the opening sequence. I think the opening sequence is so cool, how they almost make it like a classic horror movie feel. Opening is just the best part of the whole thing.
So this is the first time we get like, unless you count part 2, but this is kind of like the first time we get like undead zombie Jason, right? And it's they add a lot of like comedy to the film. In the intro and like in the opening credits, they do like 007, but with Jason slashing at the camera, that sort of thing.
I can agree with the B tier on that one, and Christopher kind of had most of anything I'd say. Definitely the opening sequence is iconic. I also did like the scene where he just kills off the paintballers.
Yeah.
You just really want them to see my face, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. So John Wallace, you have Halloween 2.
So I do like Halloween 2. I think it was a good follow up to the first one. I like John Carpenter anyway, so this is another good example of his work. I thought that the stretch that this is one where Jamie Lee Curtis turns out to be like his sister as well, or like a half sister or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's kind of a stretch to the whole story. It's kind of something that doesn't need to be in there. You could just have this crazy guy chasing Jamie Lee Curtis around. You don't have to have the familial bond there to make it happen.
Right.
But whenever you watch a movie, you're subjected to, or you have to give in to some realism to enjoy the movie and kind of just leave reality and the laws of physics and the laws of science at the door. So I do like this one. I'd probably put it in. I would put it in the A category.
All right.
I'd put it in the absolutely killer category. Personally, I actually really liked it. I would say, I can't say it's better, but it is, for me, it is just as good as the first film. It's almost like when you're listening to a Pink Floyd album to me. You can't just pick one. That's one of those, you have to watch both of those back to back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's good follow up to the first one. I know John Carpenter said that he didn't like it. He kind of did it for the money. The mask that they used was apparently the original mask, but it doesn't look the same because of all the aging, I guess. And they didn't film it that long after, but it just didn't. It has like a different look to it. Different actor portraying Michael Myers. Thought they both did a good job, but yeah, I like the movie.
Okay, so funny enough, the part 2 mask was not my favorite either. My favorite of Michael Myers masks is actually part 6.
We haven't gotten there yet.
I'm just saying.
All right. That was John. So Thomas, you have Friday the 13th part 7.
That one, I'd stick right alongside part 6, honestly, but a little lower. I didn't hate it, and I know it's the first outing of Kane Hodder as Jason, but to be honest, I felt like, so part 7 was supposed to be, originally, that was supposed to be the big showdown of Freddy versus Jason. However, in true corporation fashion, Paramount and New Line couldn't come together and strike up an agreement. So instead, Paramount just found another IP that they did have the license to, and we're like, okay, we'll make him fight Carrie. So it's more like Jason meets Stephen King.
Right.
But it didn't quite hit the same for me in that regard. Again, it wasn't horrible. I didn't hate it, but it just didn't land the same for me. But still not enough to put it in the C category.
Yeah, I hear you. So this is the first time we get Kane Hodder. It's Kane Hodder's favorite movie that he's done. I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of people love this one. It's my least favorite one, to be honest. I don't like the whole and I think there are like different cuts of it. I think that there was stuff that they filmed that they left out. And I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the costume. I don't like him fighting Carrie essentially. It just wasn't for me. I get why other people like it, but I don't like it as much. All right. Well, it's my turn now. And I got part 5, which I do like. I think it's a little underrated. I'd put it up here. Again, I don't like I don't like 7 very much. I'd probably put it.
I'd put it as a high D, honestly, above both
Yeah.
6
I
and
think it's
7.
fair.
I
Yeah.
I for one also really like that one.
It's another one that was always on with like Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. They would always play this one for whatever reason, but it's one I saw like over and over again when I was younger. Jason's spoiler alert, Jason's not the killer. And it's it's like an imposter Jason, but it's basically Jason. And it's a lot of fun. I don't know.
Well,
I've always kind of liked it.
well, so okay, and the part of the thing with part 5 is they were actually trying to set up Tommy Jarvis as the next killer, similar to Halloween 4 trying to set up Jamie Lloyd's character as the next killer. It's just both of them ended up pussing out, so
Christopher, too little too big is concerned. She says, "You're not drinking your fancy water."
I
Oh,
at
he
least
is
one drink
drinking-
of it. I
Oh
even have
my god.
2 bottles of it here.
Oh my god.
It's important to
All
stay
right.
hydrated.
It is.
So yeah, I think part 5's underrated. Christopher, you're next. You have Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween.
This is complicated because the first time I saw this, I didn't like it at all. Then I decided to watch it again. And when I viewed it as something completely standalone and didn't try to connect it to the original Halloween, then I started to like it a lot more. And now that I've seen it a handful of times, I know a lot of people didn't like that it dove into his upbringing and background so much. And that's one of the things I like the most. Even if it changed kind of the mysteriousness behind him,
Yep.
I like how that was done. I would actually put this in A. Looking at it as a standalone movie by itself, I really like it. After Halloween 2.
I can
So
agree with that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Personally, I loved that one upon first viewing. It is like typical Rob Zombie fashion, but I think he honestly does kind of complement the character well. He's genuinely scary. Not just because they got a big motherfucker to play him either, but and I like how he's not just framed as like this almost anti-hero. Like when he kills off Danny Trejo's character, you realize, oh no, okay, no, he is just gone.
John, he was Kevin Nash's tag team partner for a bit.
Oh, okay. Like in with the skyscrapers, maybe? Is that what they were called?
You have to circle back after the podcast. We'll figure it out.
I'll give Nash a call later. Like, hey, bro.
There's something I'm trying to think back. I think for Sabretooth, they wanted Kevin Nash for Sabretooth.
Okay, for X-Men, and he couldn't do it, so they grabbed
something like that. Yeah.
Well, Nash plays
Super
Nash
Shredder.
has a lot. He's a super shredder. He plays the Russian in the Thomas Jane Punisher movie.
He gets stabbed.
Yeah, he's got a few other crazy roles that he's done because he's like 6'10", and he's jacked. So he does have like a niche role that he can play when it comes to movies.
I like seeing him in movies too. I think he does good. I think he does a good job.
I know you got to meet him once, right?
Yeah, wave goodbye to Nash. Yeah.
Yeah. He's actually a really good dude if you ever get to meet him in real life. Very personable, very funny. Just genuinely loves the fans and just genuinely a nice guy. So
I like all the Halloween movies a lot. And I like Tyler Mane and I like Rob Zombie and all this stuff. But this one, for whatever reason, is like one of my least favorite ones. I like it, but just compared to all the other Halloween movies, it's one of the ones that I've seen it like a million times, but it's just if we're just looking at Halloween movies, it's one of my least favorites, I think, but it changes from day to day.
I liked what
Well,
Rob Zombie did with this and with Friday the 13th when they did, or I don't, did Rob Zombie do the Friday the 13th reboot?
That
or
was
that
Michael
somebody else?
Bay.
Okay. I did like that one when they did the reboot with that. I like some of the.
there yet.
Okay, sorry.
John, and now your movie is Friday. No, it is Friday. It's Jason X. This is the one where he goes to space.
Yeah, so I didn't see this one.
Okay.
The premise of him being in the future and being in space, I was like, yeah, that's not for me. I don't want to see it.
We'll give this one to Thomas then. This is Jason X.
Yeah, I'm with John.
You
No,
didn't see it
Jason
either?
does not. I haven't, and honestly, I'm like, from everything I've heard, they didn't even try taking this movie seriously, and it was in production hell for over 2 years. Like, they filmed this shit in late 1999, but they never even bothered trying to get it out until 2001, and it shows because, like I said, they realized it was just going to be a bunch of bullshit, and it was just something to try and more or less tide over the fans until they could finally get
Freddy versus
what
Jason.
they actually wanted, which was Freddy versus Jason out into the world.
It's pretty much what it was. I mean, I've seen it a bunch of times.
DOA.
It's fun though. I mean, you go in knowing that it's Jason in space killing people, so you already go in sort of like, prepared for what you're about to see. You know that it's going to be,
Campy and cheesy.
Yeah, cheesy fun. So the Jason, so it's Kane Hodder. It's the last time Kane is Jason. And he has two different looks in the movie. The first one's sort of typical Jason look, and it's the worst one in the franchise. And then the second one's the Uber Jason, which you guys see on the cover and all that, where he has like the metallic mask and that kind of thing. So that, I don't know, he goes in space, he gets shot up with space steroids, and he turns into Uber Jason, and he fights a robot in this one. So
DOA.
yeah, it's fun though, I'd probably
DOA. Stop trying to bullshit. It's DOA.
No, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's watchable.
To the maggots with it.
I'm gonna put it in C. I'm gonna put it in C.
Way too kind. To the maggots.
Christopher, you have Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
I actually put this on as background noise all the time. I put this on all the time just when I need something to listen to. I like this movie a lot, but when I compare it to some of the other things on there, I can't take it all the way up. I would give this a low B.
So this one is the follow-up to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I would have ranked it, I would have put it in A. I think it's like a really good, fun horror comedy. It's definitely nothing like the original, but maybe it's, maybe just because I kind of like, I grew up watching it and I've seen it so many times. Maybe for me, my
nostalgic.
Yeah.
I'd put it below Part 5 on the B tier list, but above the other two. Because you also got to remember, this is also the introduction of Bill Moseley.
Yeah, Bill Moseley's Chop Top here. And then the chef is the same actor, but everybody else is different.
I think because it's so far off from the original, that's why I just can't bring myself to put it higher.
Yeah, it is far off from the original for sure. And I guess they try to make the original like a horror comedy, like they tried to add comedy, and it didn't come off that way. And so when they did this, it was like, I don't know, it was definitely very different. All right, John. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, there was one part of the original I found absolutely hilarious, mostly because I don't think they were intending to make it funny, but The part where they're trying to get the grandfather to grip the damn
Hit her
hammer
in
to
the head.
smash the. Yeah, all I could think of was the SpongeBob line, firmly grasp in hand. Firmly. I really did half expect them to jab it through the fucker's hand. And I'm just like, why am I thinking about SpongeBob when they're trying to bash this bitch's head in? Like, damn.
Because you're deranged. That's why.
Okay.
Um,
There's that.
John Wallace, you have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, the 2003 film.
I think I saw this once. And I think this is another Michael Bay remake. He's a producer.
It is.
Yeah.
Or I know he was involved with it.
It was one of his first, actually.
Okay. I mean, you're trying to reinvent or do a take on a classic, so that's always hard because you've got the diehard fans of the original, and you're trying to pay tribute to it without making a mockery of it. If I remember correctly, this does a pretty good job of it. Probably give it a B.
I'm going to defer with you on that one. That one honestly belongs in the killer, the absolutely killer category. I honestly like the remake a little better than the original, and here's why. Because again, it doesn't try to. I don't think they were trying to be comedic, but it doesn't have quite as much of the bullshit that the original did. And outside of one scene that had me just going, huh? This one honestly did take it a little more seriously than the original did. And you just gotta love our Arlie Army in this. Like,
All right,
and I'm used to Arlie Army being Sergeant Hartman. So to see him now playing a backwoods cannibal like that, it was just interesting and entertaining.
I'm going to say stuff I shouldn't say. So,
Put the kids to bed.
Everybody plug your ears. This is like the best horror remake, and it's one of the better Texas Chainsaw. It's, in my opinion, it's the second best Texas Chainsaw film. It's the original and then this one. I don't like some of the people that were involved in the cast. So I'm biased. I've seen things behind the scenes and now I'm mad. So I don't want to talk about it. Are we leaving it in B?
Put it in. I still think it should be in the absolutely killer category because, again, personally, I think it was a little bit better done than the original.
One says B, the other one says killer. Let's put it in A.
Put it as the highest A, though.
The highest A?
Yeah.
All right.
I love Halloween too, but Texas Chainsaw Remake honestly did it a lot better. Another thing for this movie's praise, this is, before I even watched Terrifier 2, this was the first movie to ever make me seize. And that's saying something from me.
Yeah.
All right, so my homework assignment is going to be to go rewatch this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really like it too. I think it's really good. Very well done.
It is. It's just when Leatherface is texting you asking for gas money.
Oh.
Your opinion starts to drift a little bit. And then when you give him the gas money and he freaking begs for more money and you give that to him, then he's talking shit about you on the internet. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay.
All right. So
I get
the
that.
next one's I think we're on Thomas now. You have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Netflix movie.
I did not watch that because I don't watch Netflix. I'm, like you said last time, I'm about Tubi. I don't want to pay to watch
He
shit.
said he likes Tubi, and I gave him bonus points. I was like, oh, he doesn't like to pay for movies. Let's give him bonus points.
Or if I do pay for movies, it's going to be on DVD or Blu-ray. Like if I'm going to
Yeah.
pay to watch it, I want to have it, forever.
Physical
I don't wanna have to
media.
pay every
Physical
month.
media is forever. Yep.
I don't want to have to pay every month just to watch a fucking movie. Fuck that shit.
I would like to have the movie on DVD. I don't think they make them. Maybe they do. I don't know.
They did for some of their movies. They did do DVD releases and Blu-ray releases, like the Breaking Bad El Camino movie has a physical media release.
The
but I don't know if they-
Netflix Castlevania series did too. I have the first two seasons.
The only subscription service I don't mind paying for every month, if I can throw it out here real quick, is the Troma one. It's $5, and you're supporting a ton of independent filmmakers who get to make movies and put them on Troma, thanks to Uncle Lloyd Kaufman and some of the stuff that they do. So the $5 a month that I spend on Troma, if you just watch one movie, it pays for itself every month. And I'm a huge Toxic Avenger, Sergeant Kabuki Man fan, and so I don't mind dropping that $5 on Troma every month.
I'd throw
All right,
in,
John.
I
All right,
would
John. What's your
personally-
ambassador code? Sign up using
personally-
code Wallace and you save 5%.
I'd
Yeah, but it's $5, so you're going to save a quarter.
On that note, I'd throw in Chilling app, but that's because they were some of the first to. They started out as just like an ASMR, a horror-based ASMR app where they would have stories narrated, and they for a time held a certain monopoly of stories written by me.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, so yeah, I apologize. I like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Netflix movie. What I would say is that if they took the name off of the movie and gave it literally any other name, I think people would be a little more into it. It was a pretty fun slasher film. It just didn't make sense as a follow-up to the original movie. In this one, it seems like Leatherface was taken care of by this lady that did foster care. So it's like Leatherface and foster care. And this is like at the end of her life, and they're in a ghost town. They're not in Texas. They're saying it's Texas, but it's not Texas. It's a whole thing. But if you just pretend like the first movie, like the original is not part of it, then this movie is pretty good. Or I mean, as a slasher, I've seen it, I don't know, 5 times or something. So where would we put it on the chart though? I don't know. Probably somewhere around, I don't know. I mean, it's tough because I like it more than some movies, but not as much as other movies. So it starts to get difficult. But I mean, I definitely like it more than a couple of those. So I'll probably put it there, I think. Guys, if you're watching this, please, we want you to rank these movies with us. Let us know in the comments how we're doing. So far, the only movie we have in the absolutely killer category is Halloween 3. If Thomas had it his way, it would also be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We've already gone over that. I don't want to rehash it. The prequel's coming up, so I'm gonna have to do it again anyway. But here we are. Let us know how we're doing. We'll check the comments at the end, and we'll check in with everybody.
You're
think
gonna
we're on
wake up
Christopher
screaming
now.
tonight.
Probably. Christopher, you have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh Lord.
I really don't love this. I know I said it with the first one. I had to go back and watch it again and change my mindset, and it brought it up considerably. That never happened with this one. So this is going to go pretty low.
It's the one Rob Zombie kind of didn't even want to make. He only said
you can
yes.
tell.
Yeah, he only said yes because the Weinstein Company was like, we'll let you do whatever you want. And for some reason, he interpreted that as, okay, I'll just turn it into a Michael Myers-based fucking music video. That looks like I had fucking Marilyn Manson collaborating with me on it.
It says, Too Little Speak says, I've been so into the ranking, I forgot to add mine. Okay, I'll summarize. So far, I agree with y'all. And off topic, but is no one else noticing that John Wallace kind of looks like Kane Hodder? Then she says, a young Kane Hodder with more hair, but it still counts. All right, so where are we? Where do we put this movie?
I'd leave that at the bottom of C.
Okay. So this
That's
is
being kind.
It is being kind. You're right.
I
When
put
this
it in
one-
D or DOA.
a lot of people don't like this one. I was always for it. And as I think time has gone on, I honestly like it less and less. The intro was I thought the best part of the movie. It's just super brutal, and it's just if that's what you want, there it is. But just some of the dialogue with the characters and things, and like the guys driving the truck. I don't know. Some of it's a little odd, but there it is, Halloween 2. It's what is this one even about? Michael's still around. He isn't back. He's still around. He's killing people.
He's just there.
And the worst part
Lori's
is
hallucinating.
by the end, the whole thing, they just play it off as, oh, this is just lore. None of this actually happened. It's just Lori tripping balls while in a padded cell.
There were a couple different endings to it too, where one it's like Michael gets shot, the other one I think Lori gets shot. They had a couple different endings for it, but yeah, they show her at the end in a padded cell. I thought, I never actually saw it that way. It's not that you say it, I'm like, oh, that could have been, maybe the whole thing was in her head. But I just thought at the end, because I'd seen the couple different endings, I thought they had killed Michael, they rescued Lori, and then they put Lori, she ended up in the psych ward. That's what I thought from that ending. But if you saw the other ending, then maybe that would make more sense, where she was hallucinating.
Well, yeah, because I know I think there was one where it was like Lori and Michael both get shot. And
Something
I think Loomis too. And then it just zooms out to her like she's just been hallucinating all of it.
She sees the horse and everything, right?
They pull a fucking Roseanne with it, and I'm just like, oh god damn it.
Michelle disagrees with Too Little Too Big. She says John is way more handsome than Kane Hodder. All right, so who's up next? Who was that? That was
me.
Christopher. Okay, so now we're on John Wallace. John, you have a Nightmare on Elm Street.
So this is probably one of the best slasher movies of all time. Introduces Freddy Krueger.
Scared me for a second. I thought you were going to be like, I've never seen it. I was like, no. I was like, John, no. Don't do this.
No, when I was a kid and I watched this, I used to like sleep with the lights on. It was one of those kind of movies where it really, really freaked me out as a kid. I would put this all the way at the top in the absolutely killer category. Robert Englund's portrayal of Freddy. I'd put it before Halloween 3. I'd put it at the tippity top of the absolutely killer category. Just a great movie. It's actually, I've said this a couple times, but it's Johnny Depp's first movie. As the teenager that gets one of the teenagers that gets killed. But this is one of my favorite slasher movies.
So I'm gonna be honest. I can agree on the ranking, or at least putting it above Halloween 3. However, just like another series, The Howling, I feel like the first Nightmare on Elm Street, it's a classic, but it really didn't hit with me. Not because I didn't want it to, or because I thought it wasn't good. Obviously not. That and Nightmare on Freddy will always have a special place in my heart, because this is the first slasher series I actually got to watch at the tender age of 14. And the first one I actually was able to buy the complete set on DVD at that
Okay.
age too. So I basically binge watched these movies just about every other weekend. Especially, it's really fun when you've got like a couple of large hot and readies from Little Caesars and just binge watching these late into the night. But the first one just didn't quite hit with me the way I've heard it hit with others. In other words, it's not my favorite of the series. But
Fair enough, but I do like you said, it's a classic.
yeah,
I love it.
Um,
I love it. I think
I
it's
do
I think
too.
it's
Everything
amazing.
about it.
I love
I try
the
to limit
whole
my Little Caesars to
franchise.
craft at indie movies.
Yeah. No, I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's my favorite of like the big, like growing up, like Thomas, I'd binge watched the movies on VHS, I don't know. I love it. The only reason why I didn't do Friday or A Nightmare on Elm Street fan film instead of Friday the 13th is because it's tough to find somebody that can be Freddy Krueger and you have to worry about prosthetics and makeup and all that stuff. A lot easier to find a big guy and put a hockey mask on him and call it, call it a day. But I love Nightmare on Elm Street. And
Yep.
and dude, we had to film that movie in the woods, which is awful because you're in the freaking bugs and everything. Like it would have been way nicer to film inside of a house or in some bedroom. It's nice and cool in there. We can play with the lights. But go ahead,
I
Thomas.
can help. I can help with a Freddy fanfic character.
Maybe someday. I think we're done with fan films, but if it ever pops back up, I'm calling Thomas. All right. So yeah, we're leaving that an absolutely killer. Right. All right. We did like a makeup, kind of like a makeup test for Blood Loss, where I was gonna pop up for a scene as Freddy and like just get like a quick glimpse of Freddy in the movie. We didn't end up doing it because it would have taken like so many hours away from filming and all this stuff. But yeah, so I love the character, my friend. All right, so we're on Thomas. You have Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's dead. All right. All right. So I'm going to say, kind of like what you said, what you or somebody else said. I'm about to go against the grain. I actually didn't hate this movie. Do I think it's one of the better ones? No. But I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. I personally kind of enjoyed it for what it was, and I also liked the in-depth peek into Freddy's backstory that it gave. In which, we got a little of that in part 5. But this took it a step further, which I thought was kind of nice. And of course, Alice Cooper playing the alcoholic stepdad was just perfection. Honestly, I mean, I like that a little better than what we got in William Forsythe's character with Rob Zombie. But as far as where to place it on the ranking, I gotta go C with it. Maybe a bit of a higher C. Hold on, what do we have in there?
Halloween 4, Texas Chainsaw 3D, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Halloween 2.
I'd put it above the Texas Chainsaw 3D. I would sooner watch Halloween 4 again. But take that out, I'd sooner watch Freddy's Dead again after all of these. So to put it into perspective, there's only one Nightmare on Elm Street movie that I watched and was like, yeah, I don't want to ever watch this again. This one just kind of sucked. I won't give it away just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be real honest. I like this one a lot too. This is the one that everyone, it's like always like the bottom of their list.
It's the
You
black
know,
sheep.
Yeah. And for me, I actually like it a lot. I think it's fun. I like in this one, it's like all the kids have died or something. Like Freddy's killing all the kids. There's only like a few kids left, I think. It's got like Roseanne Barr in it at one point, Tom Arnold and stuff. And it's most of it's kind of like goofy, fun. I always like the ghost town movies, like where people are just like off in a ghost town. That's why I kind of like the Netflix Texas Chainsaw, but I kind of get that vibe from this movie too. And I don't know, I always like it. There are things about it that I'm not crazy about, but I actually do like this. It's like one of my guilty pleasure movies, Freddy's Dead.
I like it too.
It's Freddy's Dead, Nothing But Trouble, and another one that's on this list, and a couple other ones. All right, so who's next? Me? I got Halloween. Halloween's going up to the top.
I was gonna say, honestly, put that above Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's tough.
Put that above Nightmare on Elm Street. There's no debating. Mike, look, again, Freddy's got a soft spot in my heart. Michael Myers, though. That one is only contending with Art the Clown as my favorite slasher.
We got ladies in the comments fighting over John here. Too Old Too Big says Freddy's dead.
There's no fighting. I'm taken.
Spoiler alert, he in fact was not dead. That is true. There was a swerve. Not only was he not dead, but they knew that they were going to make that other movie. They knew that they were going to make Freddy versus Jason and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, we didn't even get Freddy versus Jason. We got New Nightmare.
New Nightmare came next.
Yeah.
Which, when we get to it,
Well, there was also the Freddy's Nightmare television show for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, where he's the host, right?
I loved that.
Yeah, and I think the first episode was like a two-parter that kind of delved into his origin a little bit.
Right.
Which was kind of cool to kick off the series, and then roll into like the Crypt Keeper type stories with Freddy as the host at the commercial breaks.
It's really interesting to go back and watch that now and see where some of those people from those episodes ended up. Like Mariska Hargitay was in one.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
What's she been up to?
Law and Order SVU.
Now I don't know.
Hanging out with Christian Bester and yeah. No, Goosebumps is like that too. They had like Kristen Haydenson and some other people on it.
Ryan Gosling,
yeah.
Everyone remembers that one episode of Goosebumps when they think of Ryan Gosling.
Which was what, the Say Cheese and Die or something? Or
yes.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Who just went? Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Christopher, you have Friday the 13th, the remake. This is 2009, Michael Bay. Derek Mears is Jason Voorhees.
I really like this. Again, I have to look at it as just its own thing and not try to compare it to anything. When I do it that way, I really like it. I'm not going to take it all the way up. Let me see what's in the other categories up there.
And you want B or no, A? So A has Absolutely Killers Halloween.
The end of A.
Okay, end of A.
I really like it. I think it was well done.
One of the things I liked was the tunnels under the camp, and that's how he was getting everywhere ahead of the kids and keeping, I thought that was a really interesting twist on the whole idea of, Jason running around the camp.
Yeah.
I like Derek Mears as Jason in it too. He's very like agile.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the scene where he's got the sack on his head, and he's kind of in that attic with all the room with all the junk. And he's kind of looking around, and he sees the hockey mask, and that's where he changes in the movie.
So they kind of went with they spent a few minutes, like remaking like part 1 and part 2 before you get the hockey mask, where it's like you see Pamela die. Then you see him as Sackhead Jason from part 2, and then like I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes in, he's hockey mask Jason.
I personally liked the scene where he killed somebody from the docks. Because something that I've heard a lot of people like to mistake is that Jason's afraid of water. No, the fuck he's not. No, the fuck he's not. That was just some bullshit they concocted for Freddy versus Jason.
So I could tell you, we've worked with Ari 3 or 4 times now, depending on how you count it. But John and I were just with him a few weeks ago now. Ari's the original Jason Voorhees. He was cast as Jason because he knew how to swim. So there we go. That's all. That's the truth. He's a swimmer. But no, that whole thing started because of Freddy versus Jason, where they showed him drowning in the water or whatever. So
they just wanted to do that just so they could be like, oh, Freddy's afraid of water, Jason's afraid of water.
Freddy's afraid of fire.
Yeah.
Freddy's afraid of fire, Jason's afraid of water.
Right.
And going off tangent for a moment, they did the same thing in the Godzilla versus King Kong film from the 60s, where they were like, oh, Kong draws strength from electricity, which has never been established.
Nope.
But they did that just to offset him from Godzilla, who was established to have a weakness to electricity. They did the same bullshit here. And they just wanted to offset him.
It was convenient.
So the original 1960s Godzilla versus King Kong has 2 endings. There's an ending in Japan where Godzilla wins, and an ending in the US where King Kong wins. They did it that way for both markets. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm a big kaiju fan too, bro.
I'm excited for -0.
Yes.
Godzilla -0.
-1 was really good.
I think -1 and the one before it, Shin Godzilla, were
Shin Godzilla,
the best ones. All right, so who's up now?
John.
Yeah. What
John?
is that?
Then you have Texas Chainsaw Part 3.
So I didn't see this one.
This one, after Part 2, the other company took it over. Kane Hodder actually did the commercials as a Leatherface for the movie, where he's like standing by the water and he catches this giant chainsaw.
Oh, they did like the Excalibur thing.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing the trailers.
You know the guy that was the King in Foul Deeds, the music video that we just shot? For
Richie Vomit.
Yeah, so Richie Vomit actually, I think, does this guy's tattoos. Like this Leatherface actor. So after Part 2, again, it switched companies. They were trying to capitalize on the success of the other franchises, and they tried to make it like more serious again. They tried to take it away from the comedy, and they did a okay job with it. It's not my favorite one, but I'd probably put it. Let's see what else is up here. I would probably put it around here somewhere. I don't think I like it. I don't like it as much as some of these other ones, but I like it more than Part 7, so it's tough. I don't like it as much as I like Freddy's Dead. I don't know. Where would you guys go with it? Thomas, you know this one. Where would you put it?
I'd put it like right in the middle of Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
All the way down here?
Yeah.
All right. That might be.
Sorry, Matthew McConaughey cannot save that.
No, he's not in that one. He's in Part 4.
No, that was Part 4.
Oh, now I'm thinking of something completely different.
There is a character though that I think is kind of like him in this movie, but it's not the one you're thinking of. I think it's probably still fair. It's probably still fair. All right, so who's next? Christopher, you have
No, that's
Halloween.
me. I'm next.
Oh, I thought I
Yeah.
just went.
No, John did,
No, that
but
was-
he didn't.
Yeah, I
he
did a
had-
pass.
Oh, okay. I don't know anymore, guys.
I phoned a
All right.
friend.
Thomas, you have Halloween 6.
Okay, so again, this one actually has my favorite Michael Myers mask. And depending on which cut of the film, actually has one of his best kills. The part where he kills John Strode in the fucking laundry room. That being said, and I actually did rather like the whole Cult of Thorn angle they took with it. I would put it high B above. So put it in between Friday 5 and Texas Chainsaw 2.
This one, for me, has one of the best masks. Not my favorite mask, but one of the best masks. But it's actually my least favorite movie. My least favorite Halloween movie.
Damn.
The mask I think is the best part. And it does have Paul Rudd in it as Tommy Doyle.
The ageless Paul Rudd, America's treasure.
The mask and the opening scene, like this is objectively for me his creepiest mask, and especially couple it with that opening scene where he's chasing what's her face?
Is it
Down
Jamie?
the hallway. Yeah, Jamie down the hallway, and then just impales the fucking nurse.
Right.
Loved it.
Yeah, it's my least favorite one. It's like he rapes his niece and they have like a cult baby together or something. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
I get that.
I don't love it either.
And the mask I do like. I do think it's better than the part 4 mask. It's better than the part 5 mask. It's one of the best masks, but that's kind of all it has going for it for me. It's watchable. Like I like all the Halloween movies. It's just my least favorite one. But
I would.
all right.
Okay.
I'm next. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, to be honest, I would sooner watch part 6 over part 4.
Yeah, for me, part 4, it's probably a nostalgia thing too, just because I used to watch it like over and over again. So I think I tried to go back and watch part 4 and I got like a few minutes in and I was like, let's see what else is on. And I don't know. I'll give it another shot one of these days. Some of the movies don't hold up as well as like I want them to. All right, so I have Nightmare on Elm Street. This is 2010, I think. And it's
Put it with the maggots. Straight to the maggots.
No,
come on.
It's underrated.
Stop being nice.
No, it's underrated for sure.
Bullshit.
I would put it like here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jackie Earl Haley had no business trying to fill those shoes. He was good as Rorschach. Okay. I loved him as Rorschach in Watchmen. Get him out of the goddamn Freddy makeup though. That shit sucked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went with him for Freddy, but so with this movie, I'm not crazy about the makeup. He is a good actor. I do like that they tried something different with the glove. So like I don't have the glove anymore. One of our backers got our glove from Blood Loss. There's a glove in Blood Loss that we had made. And it's like a part 4 mask sort of altered for the movie. But I had to go through and look at all the different gloves and figure out like what the differences were. And in this one, they have like an extra link that goes around the wrist. Strap. Yeah, and then they have the fingers, like extra joints in the fingers and things. And I think the blades are a little bit longer. But I like that the way they sort of blended reality and the dream world. I don't know.
They couldn't even commit to the bathtub scene, for God's sakes, man.
Yeah, there were some things about it that I don't think were great. But
that and they tried to make you sympathize with Freddy. Really?
Yeah, they probably did that too.
No, they did. And I'm like, That's what
Should
I'm
I
saying.
knock it down a
Stop
couple
being nice
movies?
to this piece of shit and throw it in the maggots.
No, it's not going in the maggots.
I wouldn't put it in the
knock it
basement.
down.
I wouldn't put it in the top. I like this movie.
Whenever
Whenever you watch a remake, you have to realize it's not the original. It's not tied to the original. It's just they're taking a concept and an idea and trying to move it forward, make a reimagining for a new audience.
If you're gonna rank it that high, I would say at least put it behind the Halloween and Friday the 13th remakes. Those two were superior films.
I think Friday's probably better, but I don't think I like Halloween as much. So it's tough doing the rankings because some of them it gets tough to put the movies where you want to after a bit. But yeah, one good thing that did come from it though is Freddy and Mortal Kombat 9. It was pretty good there. All right, so who's next? Christopher, you have Halloween 2018.
I love this. I thought it was well done. I thought the new characters were well developed. I love all the Easter eggs pointing to the original. Let me look at the top. Let me see what's up there.
Absolutely killer as Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween 3. A category as Texas Chainsaw Remake, Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween, Friday the 13th Remake, Nightmare on Elm Street Remake.
I'll actually put this after Halloween 2. As much as I love it, I'm not ready to take it all the way up, but I think it's really well done. Very good movie.
I'm sorry, did you say after Halloween 2?
After Halloween 2.
Okay. This one's got Laurie Strode back again. This is Halloween H40, 40 years later.
Well,
things I like about it,
because
yeah,
that one, unlike H2O, this one doesn't take place. This one takes place in place of the original Halloween 2. It takes place basically, on the same night as the original film.
No, it's not on the same night.
Oh.
No, it's 40 years later. It does take place. So it erases the original Halloween 2. You're right. It takes place of that, but it's not on the same night.
Okay.
Laurie's older here. She has a daughter. She has a granddaughter. This one's they build it as like 40 years later. There were a couple things that they did in this movie that were sort of rehashes from other films, which I thought was kind of interesting. Like there's a scene where they go in the bathroom and they have like the bathroom stalls. And I know that's a scene from like 4 or 5 H2O, one of those that they kind of reused. And there was another scene like that. And I don't like the Loomis twist, like the guy that was like the new Loomis, like the new Dr. Loomis, where they kind of, spoiler alert, he's like the bad guy. So I wasn't crazy about that, but they at least it seemed like they could sort of bring things closer to being in the right direction again. With Halloween, I thought James Jude Courtney, I thought does a good job as Michael Myers and everything. I don't know. Anything else, guys? John, you're quiet. All right. Well, I'm next, right?
No.
Who's next?
John is.
John's next.
John's next. All right, John, you have Friday the 13th Part 2.
Part 2. It's been a long time since I saw this one. I wouldn't put it down there. Trying to remember this one because, like I said, it's been a while. A lot of these I watched when I was a kid and never went back and rewatched them.
This one's got Sackhead Jason, so this is where you get that version.
This is where Jason's actually introduced.
This is one of my favorites.
I was gonna say, honestly, that one needs to go in between Halloween 2 and Halloween 2018, in my opinion.
Okay, this one's Mandy's favorite Friday the 13th movie. And I think a lot of other people too. You know, like Josh Lissiswain that we filmed with. He had the long hair. He had his hair done.
Yeah,
long.
he cosplays as Sackhead Jason.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll put him up there.
He's you put him in the.
John, do you know? Are you more familiar with part 3? This is where he first gets the hockey mask.
No, I'm sorry. I probably watched it once. Yeah, I watched it once, many. I think I watched it on like home movie 8mm where I had to play the tape with it. That's how long ago I probably watched it.
Thomas, where would we put part 3? I don't think it goes as high as 2.
Not quite, but I would maybe put it right behind it.
You'd put it literally right behind it?
Either right behind it or put it above part 5 in the B tier.
Okay. All right.
I like this one too. I think this one's good.
Yeah, I like most of the Friday movies. You know, I'm not crazy about part 7, but I like the rest of them. All right. So I'm on Halloween Ends. I think Halloween Ends, I don't dislike it as much as most other people do. I think it's probably like middle of the road Halloween movie.
Okay. So my thoughts on it, I actually saw this in theaters with my dad. I personally think this movie would have been made infinitely better had they taken out Michael Myers completely.
Huh.
Because right up until like the third act of the movie, it seems to set up this really interesting dynamic where it's more about the mental turmoil that's crippling the town, manifesting within Corey Cunningham. And I like how Michael is sort of a metaphorical devil on his shoulder, while Laurie almost kind of sits as the angel. And so I like how it just sort of sets him up as the next one to try and take Michael's mantle. However, again, they brought back the original Michael literally for this rather shoehorned in ending where it's Michael versus Laurie, and I was just like, oh, okay. It
was definitely a lot different from the way I thought they were going to try to end that trilogy for sure. But I don't. A lot of people seem to hate this movie. I don't hate it.
No, I don't either. I think it tried to do something different, and I would personally put it above the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Would you put it next to 20? Oh,
no.
Would you put it above these two?
No.
Out there?
No. Yeah.
All right. Christopher, you have something fun. Freddy versus Jason.
This is fun. I absolutely love everything about this movie.
Yeah.
This one was actually my first Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th movie. So when I told you I got that DVD collection, this one was actually the first one I popped in. And it's probably one of the ones I've watched the most. It's just one I can always come back to and just have a good time with. So it's got to go in the high. Honestly,
I want to take this all the way up.
Yeah, put that one in the absolutely killer category. Not above Halloween, obviously, but maybe even above the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'd put it above Halloween 3, but I don't think I'd put it above
I'd
the original
go after
Nightmare
on Elm Street.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's a great mashup of two classic, pioneers of slasher movies, and they did a lot of fun stuff and a lot of really cool effects and interactions with Freddy, who loves to talk, and Jason, who doesn't talk at all.
Right.
There's some great one-liners that Freddy says that in any other movie, the teenager or whoever he was fighting would have some kind of comeback, and they might have a little bit of banter back and forth, like Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. But Freddy just keeps throwing everything out, and Jason just takes it like a punching bag.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Yeah, I like this movie a lot.
Bitch.
A lot of fun. It was definitely like our modern monster mashup, like
Dracula meets Frankenstein, or
yeah,
like one of the original Universal mashup movies.
Yeah,
Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
And I think it's the best one that they've done in modern time. I can't think of another one that they've done. Alien versus Predator, but I like this one more.
Yeah.
But all right, who's next?
I think it's me.
Christopher, I believe.
John, Christopher?
No, I did Freddy versus Jason.
All right, John,
did?
you got Friday the 13th.
So this is the original Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually like this movie. It's one of again, it launched a franchise that has a big change from the first movie to the second movie, where the first movie you got the mother, and then at the end, Jason comes back, and then you've got him being the killer in the second one. But it did launch a franchise. It is a great movie. I think it's a classic. I would put it in the A category.
I
Where would it go
differ.
up there?
I put it in a high B above part 3, but I'm not sure I love it above any more than it either has to be a really low A or the highest B for me.
Well, we could
It's
put it at the
great.
bottom of A, and then it's still above part 3.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that.
All right.
It's a good movie.
Is it because it's got the mother and not Jason? Is that why you feel that way,
Maybe.
or is it?
Maybe, but again, just like with the original Nightmare, that one was never my favorite, even though it is a classic and it did launch the entire franchise. I don't love it anymore more than I do, say, the rest of the movies on the list. Obviously, minus the god-awful Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I still have to wonder what the hell you're thinking on that one.
I like that one better than Nightmare Part 2, the original Nightmare Part 2.
Really?
Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. Hold on. All right. So, guys, for people watching, we only have a few
For the audience
left.
at home.
We'll get them done so Christopher can go to bed tonight because he's got to be up early.
Right?
People,
lightning round.
My alarm's going off.
let us know. Absolutely killer. We have Halloween, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy versus Jason, Halloween 3. Let us know how we're doing so far, and we'll check out the comments as we go along. I don't know who's next. People, friends. Oh, by the way, Friday the 13th, it's like my favorite in the franchise. It's the only one that's about, first of all, it's a whodunit. You don't know who the killer is as you're watching it, so it's fun trying to figure it out. I think there's sort of like a fun tone to it that none of the other movies have. And then it has the first look at Jason at the end of the movie where he's, it's like, is he a mirage kind of thing, So it is actually my favorite. I like that one, Freddy versus Jason in the remake. Those three are my favorites from the franchise. But all right, who is next?
I am.
Thomas. All right. Thomas, you have Halloween 5.
Okay, so a lot of people like to shit on this one too. I love this one, actually. It's one of the ones I come back to. Not quite as much as Halloween and Halloween 2.
Okay.
But of all of the other sequels following, I come back to that one the most. So I would honestly put that in the A category after part after Friday 2 and before Halloween 2018. Because
here?
because honestly, this one actually kind of like, so obviously with Halloween 4, the creep factor kind of dropped off because it started getting watered down. Halloween 5, they came back kind of swinging because Don Shanks was damn near fucking terrifying as Michael. And you almost couldn't discern whether or not he was actually trying to kill Jamie Lloyd, or trying to kill Danielle Harris. Just like, does Don Shanks just fucking hate children?
So this one for me, I liked it. Like, this was another one, part 4, part 5 on AMC, playing over and over again. So I got to see it like over and over and over. And this is one that I liked a lot, but I didn't like it as much as part 4. For me, at the end of part 4, they set Jamie up to be like the new Michael Myers. And with part 5, she wasn't the new Michael Myers. And then again, they're doing like this telepathic sort of thing where they can hear each other's thoughts and things, and it just wasn't for, I didn't like that part of it. I thought they should have just stuck to like straight kind of thing. But once they started introducing like different superpowers, sometimes it can go in the wrong direction. I think Terrifier maybe walks a fine line with that stuff that I think Halloween 5 and Friday part 7 kind of like cross. They go too far for me. But all right, his turn. My turn.
Yeah.
All right, I got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's the best horror movie on this list. I think it's a perfect movie, honestly. I know Thomas is not gonna want it to go above Halloween. I'll put it next to Halloween. But I do think I think it's the best one. I think it's I don't think there's a way that you could improve the movie.
I do. The remake proved that.
I don't know if I do like some things about the remake better, but as a whole, I don't think it's a better movie.
I do.
I think yeah, go ahead.
I do, because the original, they tried to do this bullshit with having they tried to do that usual cliched bullshit with characters that you intentionally just want to see killed, that the remake honestly doesn't do. The remake, you actually want to root for the characters to try and get out alive, whereas the original, not quite so much.
Well, the original was also like the original, they were sort of like the first ones to do that. That's where like the first final girl comes from, is from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Psycho.
But was there even a final girl in that? I mean, you don't get like the class, like you're thinking of like classic lineup, right? Like the jerk that is going to die. They kind of make you want him to die. This was sort of like the first outing of that, and then Halloween was right after. But I get what you mean, though.
I seriously think the Michael Bay remake honestly did the entire thing just a lot better. I seriously think you needed to put the Texas Chainsaw remake up there with Absolutely Killer, but I understand with you, it's coming more out of a bias than it is.
No, I think, no, for sure. No, you're definitely right. No, I actually loved the movie, and I try to separate that from the behind the scenes nonsense. So like, I actually like genuinely love this movie, the remake. Like when it came out, I remember getting it. I went to my cousin's, I spent the night, I watched it, and I thought it was real. I was like, oh my God, like there's this guy, he's still loose in Texas. Like when I was growing up, like I was allowed to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, and all these other movies. But for whatever reason, my mom always tried to steer me away from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And so this was the first one I got to see, was the remake. And when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, this is like hardcore. You know, he's wearing this guy's face and, you know, he's killing people with a chainsaw and everything. So for me, like, I really love this movie. Like, I genuinely love the movie, but I don't think it's as good as the original one.
Personally, I would honestly say, to be fair, they both need to go up and absolutely killer side by side.
I think it should be up and absolutely killer. I was giving you guys best of both worlds because I think John said B and I think you said absolutely killer, so I just put it between. But if I was doing it, I would be probably closer to it.
I would honestly say Texas Chainsaw Remake needs to be up there right alongside the original.
I think that and Halloween 2 should probably be up there.
yeah, I can agree with that. But all
right, we'll leave them for now. We'll do another one. We're gonna have Thomas back on. We're gonna do more rankings. All right, so next is Christopher. Christopher's got to go to bed. Christopher, you have Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5.
I think I like this movie more than some people do. I thought the kills were very, very unique. I love
this the one with the Roach Motel kill.
Story. What's that?
Is this the one with the Roach Motel kill?
No, this is the child.
Oh, the Dream Child. Okay,
this is the one with the comic book.
I love Beatrice.
This is the one with the comic book kill.
Oh, where he becomes Super Freddy?
Yeah. Speaking of Beatrice Bopley, I actually got to do a podcast interview with her on an older podcast I used to be a part of that I won't talk about for a reason similar to why Anthony doesn't like the Texas Chainsaw remake.
Yeah. Did it stop sharing my thing now?
It did.
Apparently.
All right. Here, I'll pull that back up quick. Yeah, go ahead, Thomas.
No, I was just saying I got to actually do a show with Beatrice Bopley. And I'm with you, Chris. I actually really like this one. It gets shit because, all of the Freddy sequels are garbage. Boo. I'm like, this one was actually good, though.
I really like it.
Because the characters in this one, I actually kind of like. They didn't try to make them a bunch of one-note teenagers like most others do. I feel like these are actually ones that I could stand to watch. Again, I could stand to watch this one multiple times. And, of course, showing the whole beginning scene with Amanda Kruger was pretty cool, too.
Even though I really like it, I'm going to put it after Friday the 13th 3. I can't put it above the original Friday the 13th. I feel like the original Friday the 13th is kind of low, and I can't put this above that. So I'm going to say after Friday the 13th 3.
After Part 3, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think the original is low too, but all right, so we are. Oh, Thomas, I don't know if you know this or not, but Beatrice was Pamela in our Friday the 13th fan film.
I think she actually mentioned something about that in that show too.
Probably. So this
she
is
did. She did, and she said that the casting was actually rather sudden and rather easy, which was something she wasn't used to. So it's funny how in a roundabout way my appearance on this network was destined.
Yeah. Yeah, Beatrice was Pamela Voorhees in that. She's in 2 other projects too. We're doing a web series with John called Horror Hound Bites, and Christopher's part of it. Beatrice is in there as Madam Midnight, and then the Flower City Butcher, which John I was talking about before, had the luchador mask and all that. Beatrice is in that one too. So
nice.
We've gotten to work with her a few times now, which is awesome. So Part 5. All right. So anyway, John, you have Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. We're almost at the end.
I don't remember this one.
It's
This
the
is
one
with,
where Corey Feldman is little Tommy Jarvis.
This is where they're killing off Jason. Jason's dead. It's the last one. They're never making another one till the next one. That's it.
And the one
So it was
after
the
that, and the
final
one after
chapter.
that.
Yeah, and then in Part 5 is where
That's where they have the
Imposter.
copycat killer come in.
Right.
and then Part 6 is where he comes back from this one, from the dead. So I don't know. It's a lot of people's favorite. It's not my. I like it. It's not my favorite. Thomas, Christopher, where would you guys go?
I would put it above. I honestly don't know whether I want to put it above or below Friday 5.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way too, but it's a little weird because they're, I would
That
put it
one's
ahead of some
honestly
movies, but not
tied.
other movies.
I would probably go above. I feel like this one just really kind of goes back to the original atmosphere of the original movie in a way. I really like it.
Okay, so maybe I'd put it like right alongside Friday 3. I definitely put it above Nightmare 5. But
I think it's probably better than Part 3. What do you guys think? No, you like 3 more?
A little bit.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
They're both very different from each other. Just the whole atmosphere of both movies is very different.
Yeah. Corey Feldman's basically like a little Tom Savini in the movie. He's
Right.
like making all the characters and this. All right. Thomas, you have Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
To the maggots.
That bad?
Honestly, kinda. Because outside of the boxing scene, the rest I'm just like, no. And then that bullshit they pulled where he just reverts back into a little kid after being washed away. No.
I thought the sauna kill was pretty cool.
I don't remember that one.
The hot lava rocks through the chest, that was pretty cool.
I don't remember. Honestly, like I like the music in this one. Like there's like definitely an 80s vibe to it.
The music was great.
It's not my favorite Friday the 13th, but I wouldn't have put it in Dead on Arrival.
Okay.
This is your least favorite one?
I mean, honestly, okay. So if I'd have had it my way, obviously, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X would have been joining it.
Okay.
But I would have put this one above those two.
Okay, gotcha.
But this does not me saying take it out of that category. Though, if y'all really want to contest me on it, I would say the highest I can put this is a D.
I think a D is probably closer to where it should be, I think. I don't think it's the worst one, but it's definitely not my favorite one.
But honestly, to that, though, I really think y'all need to go ahead and pull down those two, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
This looks better, right?
Yeah, and looks a little more truthful because let's face it, all those are not good.
All right. So I think it's on me now. I have Halloween Resurrection. This is God, where did we put Part 6? We put Part 6 up pretty high, didn't we?
Yeah, and
B, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope to God you're not
B.
about to try and put that one up there with it.
I would have put it. I probably would have put it like that, but not. I don't want to put it ahead of these other movies, and I don't want to put it ahead of these movies. Really, maybe in here in this mix somewhere.
Resurrection? You would put that one above Friday 8.
All right, yeah, I don't know, maybe after 8 then.
I was gonna
It,
say, nah, come on, don't
yeah,
do.
I don't.
'Cause
I
I'm
felt
sorry,
bad doing it.
the whole thing with Busta Rhymes. I saw that and I'm like, oh
Yeah,
no, no.
I like again. I like all the Halloween movies, but it is my not my least favorite. Part 6 is my least favorite, but it's definitely one of my least favorites. But all right, so Christopher, we only got a few left. You have Nightmare Part 4.
I would put that in B after Friday the 13th 4.
Okay,
E-
so I mentioned there was only one of those movies that I would never watch again, and that's it. That one's the one I absolutely fucking hated.
Why do you hate it?
For one thing, I couldn't find the characters at all engaging,
Yeah.
and the kills were not good. Honestly, it was boring for me.
Huh.
Like, I at least got a kick or two out of Freddy's Dead.
Mm.
This just had nothing for me. It was boring, it was uninteresting, it was not Freddy at his best caliber with his kills. And then there was that stupid ass thing where the main characters were in like a time loop while the girl got killed in the Roach Motel thing. And no, that one was my worst one. That one, okay, me personally, to the maggots with that one.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Who was
And that is a
ranking
hill I
one?
will die on too.
God.
Unintended. Corpse Child will die on the hill that Nightmare 4 was the absolute worst one.
I thought the kills were very creative.
Yeah,
I thought they were very different.
I like the kills in it. That's what I was kind of was like. I thought that was the best part of the movie. Probably was the kills.
I thought they were very creative.
Huh.
They just look so.
Well, that's interesting. It's not my favorite movie out of the franchise, but I like the kills in it. I thought that was,
I
right,
would
so-
stand to watch part 5 over that one anytime.
I'd watch them both back to back. John, you have Halloween Kills.
I'm not familiar with this version of Halloween.
Thomas, what do you think about Halloween Kills?
I'd put it after Halloween 6.
So when this movie came out, I hated the movie. And now as time's gone on, I'm like, oh, I kind of like it. It's like this is the sequel to the 2018 movie. I think this is one of the best masks in the franchise. I think it's the original this mask that's on the cover, and then they do what's the word I'm looking for? They show the original mask in the beginning of this movie. That's like a remade mask, but I think those 3 are the best masks. The kills are the only reason to watch the movie. Everything else is stupid, but the kills are the best in that trilogy, I think, anyway.
Yeah, just
right.
remember, evil dies tonight.
Yeah, that's obviously is horrible, right? All right, John, how about a New Nightmare for John? Oh, I'm sorry. I just got a message saying his Wi-Fi is acting up. Thomas, New Nightmare.
Okay, I loved this one. The first time I watched it, it kind of confused me. I would actually put this right after Halloween 2 on the A tier.
Oh no, what is going on here? You guys still see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is going up right next to Halloween 2, I assume here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that one was really good.
It's one of the best ones in the franchise.
Definitely. Definitely.
This is they revamped Freddy's makeup. It's not actually Freddy. It's a demon that's taken over like the persona of Freddy to scare people.
And it was cool to have like the meta aspect where it has all of the actors and actresses from the original films just playing themselves.
So they broke the fourth wall with this one, and then they took the concept over to Scream, right?
Something like that. I personally think it was more along the lines of like Last Action Hero.
Yeah, it's true. Something like that. Last Action Hero. All right, let me jump over. John. John's back with us. John, how about Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning?
Not familiar with it. I mean, I know it's part of the franchise and everything, and I remember trailers and stuff for it, but don't remember watching it.
How about Christopher?
I've only seen this one once and just don't remember it that well.
How about Thomas?
Okay. Of all of the franchises listed, Texas Chainsaw is honestly the one I have the least amount of experience with.
You guys are gonna do this to me on a Wednesday. No, this all right. So this is I would say the worst, but there's one other movie, but it's basically the worst in the franchise for me. And it's the same actor as the one that's in the other one that we were talking about. So that's why I'm a little like,
Damn.
It's also, so this is actually a prequel to that remake movie. And this one is not as good as the remake. So I don't know. Let's see where it should go on this list here.
Maybe after Freddy's dead.
Oh, it should definitely. I think it should definitely be after Freddy's dead. It's definitely bottom of C, D, something like this. I don't know. Maybe here. I don't
Put it
know.
at the bottom of C.
Okay. All right. I'm just going along with it. So we are at I don't know who's up now. Christopher, maybe? We'll give it to Christopher. How about Nightmare 3?
I would put this right after the original.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
It's got that great Dokken soundtrack.
Yes.
Yes.
The Dream Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
But
everything about it.
But here's the only thing I'm going to differ. I honestly would put that next to the first Halloween. This one's my number one favorite of the entire series.
It's a lot of people's favorite. It is
so
definitely
good.
like 1 and 3 are like the best ones for sure.
Funny enough,
1,
though,
3, but New Nightmare is good too.
3 is actually the one that nobody went to see.
Huh. I think that's because part 2 was so different from the first one.
Yeah.
That when it came out, they were like, oh.
Well, that and the political issue behind it.
Huh.
Because part 2 starred a gay actor. Everyone wanted to boycott the movie over that back then. I know we're not there yet, but
dude, we're not even there yet. Whose turn is it?
It's mine.
All right. Well, you got part 2.
So I actually really like part 2. I honestly I'm one of those that honestly likes watching part 2 a little more than part 1.
Oh my god.
There's support groups for people like you.
Oh, there's no support group for me. There's no helping me. I tried. But for the sake of this, I would put it after New Nightmare.
After New Nightmare. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is the movie is not as good as the first one, but it's Freddy. I like this Freddy. The design of Freddy is awesome.
Well, and the pool scene, the pool massacre scene is him at one of his most scariest moments too.
Yeah, it's probably the
Mhm.
scariest moment, I think. Yeah, I think some of those shots of Freddy in that movie are so good that that's kind of like the redeeming quality of that movie is like a lot of the stuff with Freddy. Everything else around it's a little bit odd. But the guy that's the main character in that one is a nice guy as far as I can tell. Yeah, I don't think it's as good as the first one though. I don't know about that. All right, I'm up. I got Leatherface. So this one, this is
Straight in the car.
it's like the worst Texas. I think it's by far my least favorite. It's like the beginning and Leatherface are both my least favorite Texas Chainsaw movies. And maybe this is another one where it's like maybe it would have been better if they just didn't have the Texas Chainsaw kind of attached to it and did something else. It just doesn't make any sense that like, this kid turned into Leatherface. It doesn't make any sense to me. And it's sort of supposed to be a prequel to the Texas Chainsaw 3D, which was a direct sequel to the original. So it would have been like Leatherface, then the original, then Texas Chainsaw 3D, and it just doesn't match up. And I hate the movie, so I don't know. I'd probably put it right next to the beginning, unless someone else wants it higher.
No, I think that's about right.
Yeah, straight in the garbage.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right, who's next? Christopher, you have H2O, Halloween. A little bit of Halloween H2O from the devil.
I like this movie. I don't love this movie, but I like this movie. I think it's pretty good. This is getting hard. There's so many up there.
Okay, so for me, this is objectively the worst looking mask.
Well, they had so many different masks that they used. There was like 5 of them in the movie, wasn't there?
I think so.
Yeah, but like
There's
the
one
one
where like
that,
you see his eyes a lot. There's one that's like a CGI mask that they painted over him.
and they all look just so fucking stupid.
I think I'd still put it in B for the movie itself. I like the movie. I'm not going to take this too high.
Let's see, where would it go in the B category?
That's probably as high as that can go, right there.
Thomas doesn't like this one. This is one that I used to watch like over and over when I was younger. I had the VHS.
I'd actually put it after Friday the 13th 5. That's where I'd put it.
After part 5. All right. And then
I don't want
John
to hear
Wallace.
another word about me wanting to put Nightmare 2 above the first one.
No, not above the first one.
I don't want to hear
God,
another
that's-
word about that because you would honestly put that bullshit over Friday 5.
Over Friday 5. No, we put it over over Friday 5, yeah.
You would put that bullshit.
Thomas is dry heaving. I think we switched orders. It's supposed to be John. John, you have Texas Chainsaw, The Next Generation.
That's the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
So I'm not familiar with this one.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna make Thomas upset. This is another one that's like my guilty pleasure movie, where like everybody that ranks Texas Chainsaw hates this movie, but it's one that I like watching a lot.
I like this one too, actually.
I like secretly like this one, and I don't know where to put it. Thomas, don't look.
Better not go any higher than that B category.
I'll put it in B. I mean, I like it more than some of these.
Yeah.
It's tough. I don't know. I'm gonna put it here so I don't get crude. No, I'm gonna put it here. All right. So this is like, definitely not a super serious Texas Chainsaw movie. When they made the movie, they were trying to get back to the original. They wanted the same tone as the original. They wanted everything to be the same, and it was so far off the mark. It's real wild, and it has Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger, and they shelved the movie. And then after Matthew McConaughey blew up and Renee Zellweger blew up and all that stuff, then they were like, oh, we have this Texas Chainsaw movie. It's starring Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. And they released the thing, and to not a whole lot of praise. I remember seeing the VHS tape in Blockbuster, and I'd walk past it. My mom would be like, no, we're not getting that one. But,
she had an aversion to every Texas Chainsaw movie.
Yeah, she did. Well, I think it was, I don't know. She saw one of them in the drive-through, and I don't know which one it was, but she didn't like it, I guess. So once she started seeing these other ones, she's like, no, skip that one.
Well, the first one has that. The first one has that tag at the beginning that says based on a true story or based on true events. I forget what the actual wording is, because it's supposed to be based on the Ed Gein murders, where he would kill people and eat them because he was a cannibal, that whole thing. And so I think a lot of people thought that this was a really a legitimately true story instead of just being inspired by the headlines of a news story. And so your mom might have had a disliking to it and not wanting young Anthony to watch it because of that.
Yeah, it was awesome when I got to see it. Have you guys seen that Ed Gein Netflix monster series?
No,
I didn't see it. No.
Is it good?
I don't have Netflix.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't use
It's
Netflix.
good.
I heard it was good.
The first one was Jeffrey Dahmer. Then they did the two brothers that are twins, and then they did
brothers.
The Menendez brothers?
Yeah. And then they did Ed Gein in the third one, and they're all good.
They've also done. They've either also done or are doing Eileen Vornos, Richard Ramirez.
The first one you mentioned is the other monster lady, isn't it? She's the first big female serial killer. I think that's what I saw that they were doing next. But yeah, there is an episode in the second season with the Menendez brothers. It's like a half hour long, this one episode, and it's all one take. So they never cut away or anything. It's just one continuous thing. That's pretty cool. But all right, so there it is. Let us know how we did. We're going to check out the comments, and then I'm going to let you guys go to bed. It's way past Christopher's bedtime. He's got to be up in 4 hours. All right, let's go ahead and jump over there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, stop looking at it. Here we go. All right. Two bigs in the comments. I just got to get caught up with other things here. Everyone thinks John looks like a young Kane Hodder. Halloween. Okay, Too Old to Big says. No. Yeah, I think that's where we are. Halloween is all the way up. Iconic film. Why can I hear Thomas singing the song Last Resort by Papa Roach? Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. My ADD is on overdrive. So much happening there. Thomas and John are Wikipedia. Chris and Zeke are fighting the melatonin. And Anthony wants to give everything a gold star. I love this episode. I didn't give everything a gold star. I didn't like Friday 7. I didn't like some of the Texas Chainsaw. Reese is here. Zombie remakes. This is the other host of the Thursday show with Thomas. This is the Scottish mobster. Too Old Too Big. Okay, maybe not a gold star, but definitely a participation award. Yeah, I didn't do all gold stars tonight. Crystal Lynn Masterson is here from Final Girl. She says, hi, all.
What's up?
Hello, Crystal Lynn. And then she's singing Limp Bizkit. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Till it's big. Y'all have educated us tonight. That was the best debate. So fun. All right, so that was it. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back next Wednesday. Before I let you go, real quick, Thomas, I should have given you more time. Is there anything you wanted to talk about? You want to plug the books and all that good stuff?
Yes. So, March 23rd, just a few more days away, my newest book, Bloody Shores and Other Nautical Nightmares, drops on Amazon and Godless.com. 3 tales of maritime terror. We know more of what's in space than we do our own oceans, my children. And in this book, you'll realize why.
Awesome.
Check
So
it
that's
out.
available.
It is available on pre-order currently. So go check it out. Help me get it an orange banner.
Awesome. And then Thomas is going to be featured on our brand new show coming up soon. It'll be live Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern with Reese Bloy. I'm sure that'll be a blast. Thank you all so much for watching. Christopher, John, anything before we sign off?
I actually have kind of a slow week, so I don't
Okay.
have much going on this week.
I know it's late, so I'm just trying
I'm
to get
settled
you
in
guys.
at home this week. It's weird.
Okay.
Me and the lovely Mrs. Wallace are heading down to Orlando for Comic-Con this weekend. So we're excited to see some of the panels they've got going on. And we're going to meet some, famous people from our childhoods. So that's going to be a pretty cool weekend for us.
And
then we're probably going to hit Universal. And then we're going to hit Universal on the last day before we come home.
It will be an audiobook at some point. The publisher has actually expressed possibly doing an audiobook with it.
It's a good idea, I think. John, so who's at that Comic-Con?
John Cena, Mr. T, some of the cast of Reno 911.
He's still
who, Mr. T?
Yeah.
Did you say Tampa?
Orlando.
Orlando, okay.
Cast of Reno 911, the cast of the first Lord of the Rings movie, Brendan Fraser. There's a bunch of comic book artists that are going to be there. It's a pretty stacked guest list from MegaCon Orlando. So we're excited. It's going to be a hell of a weekend.
All right. Sounds like fun. I was going to ask about comic books, but it's so late. Next time, comic books next time. When you come back, if you're on with us next Wednesday, we'll ask you about it, go over it.
Right.
We're going on 11:30, so we got to let these guys go. But all right, it should be fun. Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate all the support very much. We're back next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern with Jay Coffey, who is also on the audition for the Apocalypse, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you guys.
Groovy. Good night.
Good night.